Hi guys, how are you doing today? How have you been since the last time we recorded this video? And I trust you all are good. Welcome back to this channel, Yoruba with Teekay. Today we will be learning some of the etiquettes of African culture. As much as we'll be doing the learning the lessons, like in the lessons we would be doing some of the culture, our cultural background as well, just to make you aware of what goes on outside there. Okay, so today we would be looking at things that are expected of you as an African when you're in the African setting. Most of our parents, our moms, our dads would know of this, but I'm just doing this for the children to be aware as well. I know that the world is evolving and there are so many things that are being faded away or something, but still some people would want to, they would expect to see you practicing some of these things. So we'll just be talking about a few of them today. The first one we'll be looking at is no using of left hand. I know it's kind of weird, but back home, especially in Nigeria, some African countries as well, they believe that when you use your left hand to give them something or to receive something from them, it's a sign of disrespect. So even if you're a lefty, you would actually try, you would have it at the back of your mind to always collect something or give something to an adult with your right hand, because with the left hand they wouldn't understand that they don't believe that anybody should be using the left hand, because they believe that's the dirty hand. So they would expect you to use your right hand whenever you're presenting something to them or collecting something from them. And the second one we will be talking about is you don't look at adults in the face when you're talking to them. I know here in Europe, when you're talking to someone, you're supposed to look at them in the face so they would actually know that you're saying, you know what you're saying, or you're saying the truth or something. But in Africa, when an adult is talking to you, you look down. You don't look at them in the face, because that's being bold and rude. Okay, and then the other one we would be talking about is when you see an adult coming with bags or with carrying something on their hand, you should offer to help them, unless they say never mind. Don't just bypass. You don't just go away and think, well, he's carrying something, that's his own cup of tea or whatever. No, you would offer to help the person, even if the person is not your parents. So far the person is an adult and maybe someone in the neighborhood or something, you would offer to help them, and if they say you're grand, then you can go. And then the next thing we would be looking at is you don't talk until you're being spoken to, especially when adults are talking. When adults are talking, you don't interfere. Otherwise, sometimes you might get a slap in the face for it. So it is only when you're being spoken to that you speak as children. I know you would say, what the... But, I mean, that's the way things are expected. That's what is expected of you in Africa. And the other one we would be talking about, this one is actually a very funny one, is you have to understand sign languages. And when I say sign languages, I don't mean like when they are interpreting things to maybe, is it the deaf? No, not when you're talking to the deaf. It's like when your parents are communicating with you with their eyes, especially when you're outside. I will tell you a very short story now. When I was very little, my mom took me to a friend of hers house, and I was offered food. Now, whenever you go out like that and they offer you something, naturally, with your home training, you would look at your parents and they would, whether they would give you the eye signal if to take it or not to take it. And when you look at them and they just, kind of blink or something like that, you're not supposed to. And this woman was saying, take now, take, I'm giving you this, take it. And I said, no, I can't take it, because my mom just looked at me and that means I can't take it.
You can be prosecuted for that.
I just, gave her out. I just reported that to the woman. And the woman was now like, why would you do that? Are you strangers here? Are you? And my mom was like, no, 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 I didn't mean that actually. I wasn't looking at her in any way. I didn't say she shouldn't collect it. No, she's free. She's free. She's free to eat it. And I looked at her again and said, are you sure? She didn't answer me. That again is a sign that you should use your common sense to know that, oh no, I'm fine actually, I've eaten at home. That's what you're supposed to say, not to say that my mom told me not to take it. And I told the woman, I said, I'm not sure if I should take it, because if I take it, I get in trouble for it. And my mom was like, oh my goodness, why are you embarrassing me? No, you wouldn't get in any kind of trouble. You can go ahead and have it. And so I ate the food. She actually bit silliness out of me, and ever since then I never tried it again. So you should learn to watch your parents, understand them whenever they are communicating with you, with their eyes, with their hands, with different parts of their body. Sometimes some parents would even do some body posture and they expect you to know what they mean, because most of the time they would have trained you at home anyway. So make sure that you watch out for those signs when you're outside, not to get in trouble. The next one is you think about what adults say to you before you act. I'll give you an example of that. When they say, get me something, and you bring the thing, and you're standing there bringing the thing, raising it to them like this, and your mom or your dad might actually be pissed that, don't you know you're supposed to put it down? Don't you know you're supposed to, and they say, put it on my head. And you actually put it on the head.
You be mumu.
I'm sorry for you, because I can't imagine the kind of slap you would be getting from that. So when they say something, sometimes they don't literally mean what they're saying. They might be saying it in a sarcastic way. So you have to think before you act, so you don't get a slap. The next thing we will be talking about is you don't question authority. Like when you're being told to do something, you don't ask why. I know in these days, this day and age, children of nowadays, whenever they are told something, the next thing is why. But why? Why do I have to? In our background, when we were growing up, you don't ask questions. You do as you're told. When they authorize you to do something, you just go ahead and do it, because our parents wouldn't lead you in the wrong way. And the last one we would be talking about is when you're passing in, especially in a narrow way, when you're going somewhere, you're going and an adult is coming towards the same direction as you are, you have to wait for the adult to pass by before you head on your way. I know even here in Europe and most other culture, they have that as well, because it's just a sign of respect. You don't face an adult as if you want to bang into them. No, you have to wait, just a sign of courtesy. Let them pass, wait aside and let them go before you start going your whole way. So guys, try to learn things that are very important. Our culture, our heritage, our background, we must not throw it away. We must, because those are the things that made us, as adults of today. We went through all those things, and it actually helped in our day-to-day life. So you too must learn. Don't just throw away every lessons from the background. You have to learn and practice those habits as well. And I know some of you would be saying, what kind of a word, setting is that? What kind of a word upbringing is that? It's actually made us better people today. It is not, you might think it is cruel, you might think it is weird or something, but I know there are some changes, a little bit of adjustment to it these days. But if you actually follow these things, you would not make mistakes in life. Like, it is actually something that would guide you to be a better person. So don't be afraid. Don't think it is a jungle place. No. No. It is just so that we can be better people, to learn to have manners. And people from other tribe, like the Igbos, Hausas, anyone that is watching this video, I would like you to put in the comment section whatever, any of the things you can think of, any of the things that people would normally expect you to practice, growing up in an African setting, and let us, help these children together. And I pray to God that they would all be successful in life in the mighty name of God, and all will be well with them. Thank you so much for watching today again. I hope you have learned one thing or the other. Don't forget to share with your friends and subscribe to the channel if you've not yet done so, and like it as well. And I would see you again next week by the grace of God. Till then, stay safe.